looks like it's sort of...
They are split this time round. At least they can't curse both teams. Well, let's at least hope not. As we head into game number 3, are on the rack. Newbee need just this one. Claim the title.
I think it's very possible for both Black and Cap to curse both teams. But if they do, I'm hoping it's going to be Cap's side of the fence. The curse.
It's a little dubious,
Prepare
but passable.
for battle.
Dubious but passable. That's not really what you want to hear when you're 2 games down in a grand final against the TI finalists. Maybe not winners, but finalists.
So the LC duel you can't actually morph out of if you're not morphing before, which is actually pretty interesting. That's a very long duration disable that they can have versus the morphing. I didn't actually expect them to pick it up. Maybe I would see it versus the PL, but not on PL side, but maybe it is a counter to morph. I do like how Newbee have been going with options that
they
seem ahead of the curve.
Is this like how like the ET was played 2 days ago? It's like, oh man, this is a really good counter to the Tidehunter. Newbee of working out like what's going to wreck the Morph.
It seems that way, but
if it happens, you still have a couple of problems to. Do you have actually that many problems to kill off the Tombstone?
No.
When you got PL
PL's
on the field.
really good at killing the Tombstone.
Hmm. You know the answer to that? The Haishika?
It means still lagging.
Still lagging. I know Kale, which is
Haisa means still lagging.
I'm learning bit by bit Chinese. Bit by bit.
I only know a little bit, but enough to translate.
Get on it, Ben. Get on it. What is with that Morphling? I always love it when you get the animation bugs on him. Like, I'm actually clicking on the Morphling right now, and like his items, I think we actually had it here, the items are halfway behind him. Can't even get, just slips right off the back. They got these weird animations too on the items in China. SDCC, I think, is actually one of the biggest culprits of. He's got like this triple ring around the bottom of him. Oh, that looks better. Like the items are back on Paparazzi now. He's fighting, man. Put the Dukes up. We call Paparazzi the Duke.
Call him whatever you like, Toby.
I don't think I can. I really don't think I can. I don't have that kind of permission.
I'll give you the power.
Thank you, Malini. I've been gifted permission by the police, so I'm good to go.
You have my A-OK.
Wonderful.
You have to bribe me, though.
We're in China? I know what's going on. Let's get the Darkseer back into this game so we can actually continue on our path. So it looks like VG Gaming going to put Paparazzi up on the top lane. So we're actually running pretty standard lanes for VG. Nothing unusual there. You were actually mentioning that you thought KP could actually go to the safe lane, but PL instead is running safe against the Darkseer. Is this when Newbee should be looking to change their lanes up? TP, TP the Legion to the bottom, or is this required against the Darkseer? Like, who lanes better against Darkseer?
Well, definitely LC, but I think you might want the LC to pressure the Morph a little bit more. The supports on Vici are the double melee, the dreaded double melee, although with a Darkseer, I would say it's much better, but it's likely going to be Spirit Breaker plus Darkseer on the bottom lane. PL is going to have a really tough time, and Ogre is beefy, but two heads cannot beat two heroes.
Yeah, especially when those heroes have Iron Shell buff ups. That's gonna be a lot of continuous burn.
Ion Shell is so expensive though, man.
Yeah, especially when you want to commit it into the lane, but it does keep them low. Like, you'll keep either PL or Legion low. You're running. It's a 2 melee core, and it's not like you're gonna push the puck off the mid lane. Like, that's SDCC.
Darkseer's actually interesting because I thought, well, Diffusal got nerfed, so it doesn't dispel anymore, and Diffusal destroys Darkseer, and maybe teams have been thinking about heroes that got destroyed by Diffusal but not destroyed anymore. Maybe Darkseer's the hero. Maybe you can't, now you have to like use him or coil him or duel him or something to get him away instead of just, oh, Diffusal, I'll Diffusal your Ion Shell, then Diffusal your Surge. You know, he doesn't get absolutely ruined by that anymore.
Maybe you also look at it from the other angle of like, VG game, you just want to have heroes who are, one, hard to kill on the lane, Morphling and Darkseer, not the easiest if you play the lanes right. And we've had a very passive early game in both of our games so far in this grand final. Now you've got the rotation harass, which can come from like an Iron Shelled up Spirit Breaker. But everyone else can just sit very comfortably back in their lane to continuously farm up until they're ready to go. And Newbee appears to have given them that space as well, with Legion, who won't fight until she's got 6. Puck, who has got some damage, but it's all about outplaying in the mid. And then the PL, who doesn't want to fight until you have Diffuse, before you have like these earlier items. So is this actually just VG Gaming? Well, they're actually going to try and, okay. Well, you know how they could just be a little bit more passive. Don't really want to fight this one. Karka with a double fire strike and overwhelming ult. Moves up here from KP. Gives them that damage. And Young 11 will fall. And their laning phase was meant to be a little bit safer. The XCC will now take this rune.
I think they actually wanted either the Quap or the Darkseer to skill something pretty subpar at level 1. Either Blink on the Queen of Pain, which he didn't, and then the Surge on the Darkseer, which he didn't, but he also died. So that's, you know, that's a nice start. I don't really need your Legion down there if you already got First Blood.
Yep. KP's running back up to the top lane. He's holding his TP scroll in case they do need to switch the lanes up. Young 11 actually got rid of the aggressive Observer Ward. So during that fight, Newbee actually put an Observer Ward on top of the hill. So he sentried and got rid of that. So not too bad when he's sitting at half a level now. And can start to add that pressure to bottom lane. Makes that sentry ward pay off instantly.
And now that it's slightly easier to go level.
Actually going again up on top lane. Kaka's thinking about it. SB's charging all the way up from the low side, but with the Burrow Strike forward, they're baiting Kaka into this fight. KP still only has overwhelming odds and is on cooldown for 3 more seconds. Kaka getting hit with the waveform forward. Kaka will fall. Paparazzi will come back in range of the wave, but a level 1 overwhelming odds does a lot of damage. But okay, maybe with the movement speed, no. Paparazzi will drop low. He'll burn his salve now and come back up to full life. And Kaka wants to go once more, but it's more playing with Fenrir. KP's got nothing to help break him free. Kaka with that like press the attack or anything along those lines. And Young 11, also problematic for him. But Phantom Rush is on cooldown, no Lance, and they're not going to burn the 5-bar.
Interesting choice of the Fire Blast over there. Ignite does more damage, but maybe trying to get rid of some of his surge timing or to stop a TP potentially coming out from 11. 11 doing a very good job of reaching, but don't know if he's going to get scattered out by Ogre. Ooh.
Dukes it perfectly. Sun will be there and it'll instantly cancel the clarity. Still got another 2 to work with.
And Ogre doesn't have any clarities.
So. Mid lane's pretty even as far as the CS goes. This is Young 11 just battling for the rune. Okay, starting to take the rune. That'll work. Wait, is he going to go for the second? He's got a lot of life on Faith. He can potentially do this, but he won't follow through any further. There's a haste rune that Kaka is currently sitting on. Fenrir is nearby. So scattered out. Kaka will look for some extra chip damage into Fenrir. Top lane can still take a hell of a lot of harassment, but this is just more... Actually, Kaka's got... With the Caustic Finale, he does harass Fenrir away.
SCCC was not in a position to move up there. He'd have to walk up that cliff to do so, in which case, Quap would almost certainly get a Shadow Strike off. She actually went for a 0-1-2 build on the Quap. There's one where you're just not confident in getting off your Shadow Strike.
No. Charge is coming forward towards Kaka. He's already been aggressive on the top lane, and Spirit Breaker pulls out the charge. Nice Observer Ward's been left behind by Newbee, able to scout out a lot of the movements of VGD Gaming with their support rotating in. You get a last-minute little check. Okay, low for Ori, but he's fine. Blink is still available.
But no salve.
Just flew in? No, actually, yeah, it's in his stash. It didn't come on the courier for him.
Yep, SCC should... I mean, he can win the lane for next lane. I would say 30 seconds to a minute after that.
Oh, goodbye Darkseer. He thought he was away. But Moogie will take the kill. Kaka being charged up on top. The overwhelming odds. That's a lot of damage. Kaka still has the Burrow Strike available. Will go through too. They want to kill Paparazzi. KP doesn't really have much more to find with it. Once again, Kaka is the primary tag target. But the damage! Oh, there it is! To the case. It reaches from Lanham. Meanwhile, KP tracked down Fenrir. So a 1-for-1 trade-off on that top lane.
Important that 11 still stays down here. You don't want to jump. Jump link in general is just not good this match, but especially so, I think when you're a Darkseer versus double melee, there's really no, even if you're dying, I still think you should stay down there just to make sure that you limit the PL's farm. No one's really free farming yet in this game. There's just been a lot of pressure coming out from every which way.
Like there's a lot of CS on the Morphling, not many deniers, which just shows you like obviously his priority in the lane. That's the only thing which PL has over him. Like the CS is similar, but the deniers are doubled. Same for the mid lane. Puck with the 12 deniers to the 7 of Ori.
Puck should win this lane pretty handily though. I think Ori's far more into build.
Scream, SCC, damn, so quick with that. Just phase shifts it out. Doesn't have an orb available.
He didn't phase shift it out. He got rain.
He rained off? Okay. It looked like he actually did it just because like there was no damage at all from the Scream.
I think that's why you want that build. You just blink Scream instantly so that they don't have time to react. With Shadow Strike, the projectile speed is just way too slow, so you want to be able to blink in range and get that instant cast off on the Scream of Pain. It's decent, but it's not going to be able to kill the puck. It's just harassment.
Lanham, I think, is dead. The Observer Ward lets them set up perfectly for it. The overwhelming odds will work with the Creep Wave. And then even an Ignite, Faith has moved up to the top lane to fight this, and well, Paparazzi thought before he was able to get a simple 1-1 trade-off, the numbers are just in favor of Newbee on the north. By Fenrir, that is not where you want to go. He does have his own Observer Ward down there at least, but that's it.
By far the weakest part of Morph's game is his early laning phase. It is just tremendously poor, especially versus any like half-decent off-laner.
Faith gonna land the stun. Faith shifting out, the charge coming in from Fenrir. Ori is low. SCC, however, cannot keep that pressure going underneath the tower. Ignite will help do it, keeping him low and stopping him from bottle charging up. The old Fenrir will dodge. And everything's over for both sides. After maybe Burrow strike up on top. But KP doesn't have duel available just yet on Paparazzi.
Paparazzi has already had to use 2 cells, and he's almost out of his last set of tangos. And then there's just this constant chicken usage coming out from them too. And Morphling does not have enough money for a ring health too, so he's actually going to lag in the sustain department. I guess they still do have that shrine up top, but you have to be worried that the LC is going to stick it up in the lane, especially with this 3-man shrine coming out. I approve of this efficiency.
They can just get back and farm beautifully. SCC, pressure in towards the mid. Nice bottle. Rune, gonna be a haste for Ori. So his movement can finally come out. He's not level 6 just yet, however. So that's the top lane. Here comes Karka, waveform. He doesn't go for the Virus Wreck into the tower. But he didn't hit Paparazzi before that happened.
Even so, it's not a kill. They're just trying to wrap him out. They know he's out of region, and they know he has the Delta screen.
So the SP charge is going after Mugi. It's too easy to dodge. When you got that doppelganger, so many illusions. Which one's the real one? Face had time, TP in, Sonic Wave, and Scream connects on the Mugi. Ori making the quad work. Fenrir, however, is caught on the wrong side of the tracks, but he's got charge available.
Yeah, this mass screen build might actually be preferable to early ganking in PL too. You can just doppelganger off and Shadow Strike. So this way you can identify the real PL very, very quickly.
Karka, Fire Strike again on top. Decay's making it difficult for Newbee to keep the pressure up. But also good pressure from SCC. We saw the fortification burn for a second there because Puck was pushing in that mid tower. So even with the rotation off the Queen of Pain, #1 net worth is no longer the Morphling, it's actually Puck. Moved up to 3.2k. Got the treads coming, well, sometime on the courier, and they're going to be building into a Blink Dagger, but it's the rotation north. Karka and KP already here. Fenrir is trying to wrap around the back. Charges forward. Karka has a Virus Strike. Needs to create some space with him. You can't get him just yet. Already KP is down by the Dream Call. It catches 4 heroes, but they don't have enough follow-up to this. Maybe Karka with this level 1 Sandstorm. No, he doesn't. Leaves the Virus Strike. The stun and the damage from it. SCC has to overweight. The Virus Strike will catch out too. So VG, they do bring 4 heroes towards the top. So a lot of rotation for it, but they get the Legion Commander for it, which is more than worth it. Legion for SB.
Not sure if it's worth it. They didn't have as many heroes up there. Ogre wasn't up there at the time, and in the meantime, we still have Mugi free farming on the bottom lane. So
is this something they should be a little bit more adamant to try and stop, to slow down this Diffusal Blade of Mugi?
I don't really think they can stop it. What do you do? Maybe bring like Darkseer +1 down there, then you're more manhandled up top. So SCC has a really good face shift. He also face shifted the Shadow Strike up there too. Just you know, perfect timing on those.
He's doing it with level 1.
Yep. It's kind of why you want the Puck versus the Spirit Breaker, or Puck mid lane versus Spirit Breaker. Other mid heroes are just going to get destroyed by the Spirit Breaker plus Queen of Pain combo. One of the most aggressive lanes that you'll see in the game. #1 network though. They are fending off this aggression quite well. Maybe with a level 6 though on the Legion Commander, they can potentially go for a kill.
Yep. Thanks to this Observer Ward that's just on the other side of the trees for the Dire side. VG know there's a gank coming, a release around from Newbee, from Faith as well as KP, but they don't know it's the smoke gank from SCC and Karka. A creep gets pulled down. Reveals the fact that Vision will be there. Dream Call is available. They really want Paparazzi, but more importantly too, they want to stop these kills coming in on KP with duel. They want to increase his damage output, and they're going to give it a shot. Into Lanham, he'll put the Tombstone down. KP, who do you want to go on? He starts with the overwhelming launch. Nice little Fire Strike. The Newbee don't really want this. SB's charging through the middle of absolutely everyone's Faith. He wants to stop him, but gets reeled back by the charge forward. Now Faith called the wrong side. You can come back in for another reorb. Nope, it's just going to be harassment. 5 heroes up here on the top lane for Vici Gaming. Is this a severe overreaction for an Ogre?
Not really. I mean, 2 of the heroes are scorers, and and then 2 of the heroes were showing in lane, so it's 4 people up there committing.
Duel, remember, it's still a little difficult when you've got a soul ripping Undying behind.
And I mean, Paparazzi will go off with the Morphling if he is given enough farm. So, you know, they're securing that game plan quite nicely.
They're going to lose the tier 1 tower on bottom. Moogie's getting so much space. Like, just sitting down there, got a quill and the treads ready.
Yeah, he's a happy camper. He's a happy monkey.
Just needs a diffuser blade to work a little bit harder against that tower. Here's the Agi buff up. Darkseid is finally coming down, but it's
going to need a lot of HP though. There's a lot of AoE damage that you just can't avoid. You can't avoid an Ion Shell.
Moogie's being charged
really hard to
Fenrir is coming in. Not a quick reaction, however. Doppelganger not getting Moogie out. He'll hold it for now. Starts to keep beat Fenrir. Oh, where's that bash? The back from Young 11 will be there. Moogie will fall. The tower denied up by Morphling as well.
Surprised he even tried to double game.
Like he didn't see it, or he was wanting to go back. Did TSB coming in from the trees?
Maybe he just wanted. He thought he could get the last hit on the tower before. But
great for them. Faith now being charged up on top. Undying is the only one defending, but TP will arrive from Darkseid. Young 11 can Iron Chill up the creep wave. Holding his abilities for the moment. Charge connected to Faith. They want to try and back him back up with the K. A quick overwhelming odds on creep wave. Frenzy attack will knock him out. And now KP using the overwhelming odds buff up. That movement speed to disengage.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And while this fight's happening up on top, Paparazzi now starts the counter push on bottom into the tier 1 tower. Fortification will slow him down.
They really need this blink pot to make things happen. They're like trying to force these engagements way too hard.
He's close, 200 gold, and he hasn't.
The commander's also pretty close. This Observer Ward on the top side is paying huge dividends for Vici as
they just sentry and get rid of it now. No, charge, connected from Fenrir into the Nether Strike. Karka, the Forest Strike can cancel it. A quick surge, but remember Karka still got Sandstorm, and he'll dodge it once more. A quick Observer Ward, that got pinged. That was a little too obvious on the run out. He turns, Forest Strike in 1 second time. KP's moving over. SDC also here. Tombstone will drop. KP is like to refocus on that with the dream call and the door. The pickup too. Winner, chicken dinner. 21-04 on the Legion Commander. The Tombstone bombed up. We get our first +10 of the game with KP.
Kaka's looking good.
Maybe they can get a revenge kill on bottom. Moogie's hiding behind the tower down here on bottom. We'll just try and fight from the trees, but if the Queen of Pain nearby, there's your first attack, and he waited for it perfectly. Moogie, he's trying to, actually he does it! He jukes it out with the illusion! Kaka will come in! Moogie, the balls of steel, holds his ground! Now SEC will also arrive, jumps forward, doesn't get the rip, already able to blink himself away, and Moogie!
He's had some sick jukes this tournament. I remember his other one too. Sorry.
He wants his kill. There's one charge. Turns the forest strike. Fenrir is coming in with the waveform. May not matter when SCC gets a triple silence, but Noral Adams here to give the heal with the soul rip. Now SCC, he needs a taunt. Able to do so. The smash just not canceling for long enough.
He's had severe mana issues on puck. Did not have enough mana twice.
Let's see that again. The one that goes west, everybody. He even misses the sonic wave. It was right on top of him.
Sick.
Are scanning.
That's brutal. Savage.
Radiant's
T1 tower now going to fall. Paparazzi will claim that. So even if they don't get the kill on Moogie, there's more money into Paparazzi now. Full 1,000-ish gold away in front of the puck as far as net worth goes. He is going to go for the Lincoln Sphere. Is this just going to be the standard, like we go E-Blade pop? Is that the way to do this when you got a lot of Dispel as well?
Why not? What else did you get? Manta, BKBs.
Maybe they had to break free of the silence.
Way better.
Oh, Paparazzi's nearby. It's a smoke gang from Newbee. They want to initiate. KP's got Blink Dagger, and here you go. Blink, silence. It's time to duel! But they need a little bit more damage to get the kill before the duel wears off, and they don't do that. But a kill to come.
Well, I felt a little bit safe because of that Observer Ward. A little bit to the left of that South Shrine. But not safe enough.
Probably felt pretty safe too when you had a morph like this, like walking down the bot lane before he TP'd out.
LC's gonna need a lot more items though to deal with this Lincoln Sphere and just to deal more damage in general. The problem with Blinkers is that you often don't have enough damage to secure the kill, especially because Puck didn't go for a Veil first build. So they're actually lagging a little bit on damage. You want Playmail on LC, you want a Halberd to proc the Lincolns. you probably need BKB because Mort's going to have shotgun. He's having a pretty good game so far.
Yeah.
So it depends on how well they can make
Back up, charge, and kill. Getting that extra bash in with Nether Strike. Fenrir able to ensure the control.
And 11 got the kill too. Pretty
Nice. KP, well there's your bonus set, like attack speed. So, what's this for Dragon? KP's what's even more glorious.
Promise a lot of HP. 1500 HP with the Veil armor and the raindrops.
The plus 10 strength talent kicking in.
Yeah, she is going to need, they're going to need a lot more damage if they want to dual kill her, especially in a real team fight where there's like vacuum wall and Spirit Breaker charge and Undying Soul Rip. They need PL to be involved in these fights, or you know, they can just farm until he gets a lot bigger and just duel other people and just not worry too much about the pace.
I was also interested to see too, like what Young 11 was going to build into. KP's being charged, he came out to the Dire Observer Ward, but Young 11 was originally looking at a mech, and he's changed his mind towards the Hood. So they're identifying the issue of the magical damage coming in from Newbee.
They're going to get a lot of physical though coming up from the Phantom. I think he's really close to the Diffusal Blade, just a couple hundred gold away. So I think I would prefer the mech in this situation, but it's
he had it to start with. Right now, he hasn't bought any of it yet, but the Pipe of Insights from the quick fire. He's got 2.7k gold. If he wants to go Blink Dagger, if he wants to go like Editing. Fantastic vision for the Phantom. Into the duel on the Threadbringer. Tombstone will come down, but they cannot get enough damage to actually get into it. The damage is enough, so is the Sonic Wave. Return kill into KP. TP out for Fate, unsuccessful. Adapt to try cancelling off that TP. But everybody else from Newbee is leaving. Karka also not involved. He was trying to get his Blink Dagger on bottom lane.
There's not enough burn on the side of Newbee right now. They need more damage to follow up with the duel. It just takes way too long to kill targets. That was a Spirit Breaker. That's a position 5 that you just want to be able to blow up within maybe 1 to 1.5 seconds, but it took almost the entire duration of the duel there.
Should you have that once like you have like a level 2 epicenter, like with the Blink Dagger on Karka? Is that then going to be enough in Veil?
I think level 1 plus Veil is good enough. You just need the Blink Dagger so that you can actually just do it really quickly and then move on to the next target, kill the Tombstone, you know, do whatever you need to do. You can't just stand there and just be taking up so much damage, because Ion Shell is going to, like in a straight one-on-one, I think LC would actually lose a lot of these against these melee heroes with Ion Shell.
So. Fenrir is charging forward. Burrow strikes. The dodge getting hit by Fenrir, but then Nether Strike. He was using the Sandstorm to farm up the lane. That's why he had no way out. The badge, Karka. Well played indeed. Woo. Out to safety. And this will now allow Newbee to be a little bit more aggressive into the mid. Diffusal Blades on Boogie, and that T1 tower is just itching for a kill.
And that should be his Blink Dagger. They get this tower, but looks like he... Oh yeah, okay. So they just get the tower now. Karka can head top, get his Blink Dagger, and then they can proceed into a big team fight. This...
All of Newbee heading top. Once again, we're systematically removing these outer tier 1 towers of VG.
And they definitely feel confident enough to fight. Blink Dagger plus Diffusal Blade and Veil, huge power spike for them. They need to do some damage before Morphling gets more farm. He just picked up his Ghost Scepter, so he's very close to his Blade 3000 gold. That is 5 minutes that you do not want to take.
Middle tower
so they look to fight. Blink Dagger on Sand King. A little bit of life is coming in with the Pipe of Insight, now completed on the Darkseer. Paparazzi getting some free time to hit that mid tower, trying to work with Phantom, the Undying in the trees. Ori also sitting in the trees. Tier 1 tower is low, no fortification. So as you see, all he can do is try and deny the tower. Won't happen. Recall is out. Support's coming in. Karka. The Forest Strike is nice, but the damage on the Darkseer is not enough because the Pipe bomb. But then again, maybe it will be enough when they come in with the overwhelming on. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Base needs a little bit more, but he's trapped in the river with all of his enemies. Karka, Forest Strikes up 71 times the Belmont, gets charged in and will actually die. VG Gaming, they're picking off Newbee one by one as that's the order. Newbee came into the fight.
Where the hell is Newbee?
That's a good...
I think it's just TP'd into the front fight. I don't really see them being able to burst him down to start the fight. They have a puck to back him out, they have Epicenter, so Mookie...
He's on top lane at the moment when the fight begins, and he TP'd to the shrine.
He missed a TP on the T1 tower, that's what happened. They really needed him for this fight. It just took way too long for them to actually start off the fight. And so we can make all this damage. This doesn't really work well for Protect 1 when the other are just staying together as 5. LC is just not snowballing the way that she needs to. Neither is Puck. And on the meantime, in the meantime, you have Quap, who's actually very close to an Orchid. And that's going to be a problem for most of their heroes.
Yeah.
PL looks like he's going for Manta style. So
You'll have the Yule Scepter as well on the puck before the Queen of Pain is going to finish the full orbit.
Yep.
So it's like I agree with you. Like you should have these snowballing, but you still look at the net worth. Morphling is ahead. We expect this just because he's very difficult to kill.
He is
but the
gonna
next
take
two is
over this
still
game.
going to be Newbee.
he can just F-blade and just destroy the PL, or sorry, destroy the Legion Commander in a duel. And then you can, like, if he blade mails, you can just like F-blade and wait for him and adapt to strike, and then while you're invulnerable midair, you have all your projectiles hit, and then you won't take any damage. So this blade mail isn't really even going to do that much for LC, potentially. If you duel with the Morphling, it's going to be great.
It's amazing how much this defensive vision of
Dyer's
VG Gaming
top
has paid
tower
off.
is under attack.
They've had observer wards on the
structures are
southern side of the
fortified.
tree line from the tier 1 tower on top time and time again, and it's seen the Newbee rotations to the north every single time, and allowing VG to understand when they want to fight. Right now their tier 2 tower's been brought down, moving this fight. Attack the tower, charge forward from Fenrir, Bacon's going to dodge the quick silence follow-up, and the Dream Coil, Orbit Knight. Decent amount of damage into VG, but not enough to scare him. Young 11 wants to move in, triggers off his knife, runs forward, stunned up by Fate. He wants to get away, one left, giving him that movement speed. And the epicenter in through the rear, Karga can't decide where he wants to go, just wailing the cause into the air. Moogie thinks about this fight, but all he can do is doppelganger away. They've lost KP. VG continue to ravage forward. The Tombstone was their friend. Moogie, oh boy! That's not even E-Blade pop yet, but Paparazzi bringing down Moogie, claiming 2 out of this fight.
11 is playing the way that Moogie needs to play. He actually just TP'd in there. It's like, yeah, I don't care, go on me, you're going to lose the fight. And he literally just walked.
Literally. Normally you're meant to rush, like a PL doesn't walk, he rushes.
Yeah, but this is I think Vici are just completely outplaying them in most of these team fights, whether due to strength in numbers or just aggressive playstyle and positioning, especially for Fenrir too. I'm very surprised that SCZ has been able to dodge all these charges with the positioning that Fenrir has had in the trees. S-Blade is up. 22 minutes, Morphling's online.
Yep. He has that. At the same time, now you got the Yule Scepter over on Puck, so he's got a couple of ways out. Getting a secondary Yules on the SK. And Blade Mail is rapidly approaching for the Legion Commander, so maybe finally KP could be a harder to kill target, because maybe that's the other part of the fight. It's like Moogie runs into you, but KP's looking for that wonderful initiation. He's had it multiple times in this series, but in this case, it's only when they basically catch VG Gaming with their pants down that it seems to work. SEC's trying to go for a solo kill. Over on Young 11, gets the silence out. Orbs as well. Dream Call will cancel any kind of TP attempt. That's why Young 11 holding onto it for the moment. And SEC's just playing with it. Okay, there goes your Dream Call. But they knew it. The Kaku is coming through the side. And overwhelming numbers will secure Legion Commander now, her 3rd duel of the game.
Huge good move. Vici are way stronger as a 5-man unit, and Morphling is really good at splitting or splitting up Newbee if they decide to try and defend against these pushes. Man, his F-Blade's gonna hurt so badly.
Yep.
Really early in the game right now.
You think, like, who can even dodge this kind of stuff? You do have, like, your timing on press the attack would have to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, every single one of their heroes is dodging except for Ogre.
They really want to get the kill on Lonnie. And Newbee gonna get it. They're finding freebies of VG Gaming. Obviously, Morphling still doing the split push. And big abilities being committed by Newbee, but they're at least getting back-to-back kills for the first time in this game. Oh, third maybe in this game.
But how
incorrect information.
How do you deal with paparazzi?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Wow,
Lincolns and BKB.
When he gets BKB, there's absolutely nothing they can do. Versus Heal's not even going to do close enough damage. LC has no way to break the Lincolns during the BKB, and Bloodlust isn't even going to be close enough to amp their physical right clicks to the point where Morphling has to feel even remotely scared.
Radiant are scanning.
So pretty much just take the fight away from the Morphling, make sure that he can't run in because his teammates are going to be dead. But I don't know.
Why did Radiant just scan in front of the pit when they have an observer ward down and now actually getting dewatered by VG? They scanned in front of Roshan even though they knew exactly what VG was. Maybe that's what they were looking for. They're looking for the observer ward. KP will get rid of it. Young Rosen as well, Dory. Gonna back it back up. The silence is there. Couple of stick charges won't save moving. The Orchid Pop is guaranteed, and Dream Call from SDCC was not enough to dissuade them, and they're going in. No Dream Call available. KP is down. Epicenter still on cooldown for the moment. Fire strike from Solana, who puts out an observer. Well, that's a little obvious, however. But charge forward. They're looking for the fight. Face taking multicast start over on the Fenrir. Epicenter. It's, well, okay, still on cooldown. One after one. Now it's Newbee who falls.
It buys time for the LC, but still doesn't really seem worth it for them. This Orchid, you know, to already use twice 2 kills.
FCC really wants to speak. He doesn't know. They wait for him up. He'll blink himself away, and they go to the other target. After bait, it's the supports the BG are hunting, not the hard-to-kill Puck. But with the Sentry Ward down, I think they've just caught a glimpse of the obs. Now, SCC's coming back in for it. He'll remove that vision.
Radiant's
He's
top
probably
tower is under attack.
like, wow, they didn't kill me there.
Oh, jump in. Double silence. Jaunt away. Couple of illusions being sent in. Wow.
They've successfully stalled with 2 deaths. The Roach, that's actually worked, I think.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
You get rid of, like, Vici Gaming now also have no vision around the Roach pit. Like, actually, I say that they have an observer wall to the north, but because Karka saw it, that vision is now gone. And there's 2 observer walls being brought down rather quickly. Vici's going to go blind on the map.
Yep. Successfully thwarted Roach attempt. I'm actually surprised they didn't go for SCCC there with that observer ward. I think they could have, like, maybe, like, blink, screamed, and orchided right when the charge is about to come through, so he can't blink out, nor can he face shift down.
It would have been quick. Like, he's still got the Yule set to dispel.
But normally your reaction is to face shift or to blink out. Your normal reaction isn't to Yule right there, just in case you need it later on. So if they...
Yeah, charge that SP. Illusions are burning off Paparazzi's mana. Like he's... Okay, there you go. They'll burn the shrine and get his mana back up again.
I don't believe in dropping items for mana. Half mana, that's actually not... That's actually a problem versus the PL. Because PL is going to burn your mana, S-Blade plus Waveform plus Adaptive Strike plus maybe Strength Adaptive Strike at some point. Yeah. Or Waveforming out, and you're not going to have enough mana. So I don't actually know if they can take that fight. Well, at least Gen 11 is... A lot of the offlaners were banned out, so they're one of the best team fighting offlaners, especially when Omni, Tidehunter, Beastmaster are banned.
When every other hero was banned, yes. You go for what you can get. He's going to finish up both the Crimson Guard as well as the Pipe, so all about the buffed up auras to keep him alive. At the same time, we're seeing SDC building into more damage. He's going for Dagon and has the full level Dagon lined up. While Quap as well as Morphling go more defense items with the BKB will make it more difficult for Newbee to get that pop kill they're looking for. The Vision battle continues again. Dire Sentry was just out of range of the Radiant Observer Ward. And Puck keeps a close tab on Roshan. The upside of Illusion. Illusion Charge, top lane, KP. He needs to help him out pretty quickly here. They're underneath the T1 town, SEC. Corey doesn't get any help. KP, waits for the 3 lane, play miles available. Morphling, waveform, hitting Karka. Looking for that forest strike, he goes the other direction. Puck is already down, tries to hide the sandstorm. I say try, succeeds. There's 5 there, and they can't pull him out until they charge and back. Forest strike in 1 second time. The one charge he burns them, but there's just too much damage from Paparazzi. They find the kill. As KP hides in the trees, but VG will now go Roshan.
He dodged the first. He dodged the
duel. It's up on top. The damage is out. It's going to be enough. Just in time to be a winner. TP out, and the Orchid will pop a Legion Commander. Roshan is still going down. They're using Undying to tank up Roshan. Puck still on the sidelines for the first second. Gaia scan to ensure no one's coming up. That's fire from Puck.
Okay, well now VG have the stronger team fight because Morphling's massive. They have stronger pickoff because Morphling's massive, and they have the better late game because Quap and Morphling are both massive. So this,
I'm glad you buried it a little bit. It would have been a little bit redundant.
Radiant's top tower is under
they
attack.
can fight without the Morphling there. If
Radiant's
Morphling's
top
off split
tower
pushing, that
is
might be your
fallen.
best opportunity to take a fight. But if VG stick together as 5, Newbee have very little opportunity to...
It looks like they're just trying to make it harder to kill. Like, you're getting a heart build up for the PL.
Radiant's
you can
top tower
complete
is
both
under
heart
attack.
as well as butterfly. Maybe VG Gaming doesn't have enough of an answer to Mugi. And we turned him into that late game crazy carry that Morphling can't even deal with if he can't find the real one.
Well, I think they have plenty of AoE that can deal with it. especially if Bo5 goes for Mjolnir later. I mean, the waveform attacks all targets is actually pretty significant for a Morphling this fat. You're going to be doing like 500 damage to all the illusions, and then you have the Blink Scream, then you have Iron Tail, you have Vacuum, you have Sonic Wave, you have Spirit Breaker Charge. There's all these ways to deal with the illusions. Even if they have like 2,000, 3,000 HP, I don't really foresee them being that big of a problem to kill in the fight. So it's mostly just taking good fights when the Morphling isn't there to blow you up. That is going to be the Newbee's game plan for next, I would say, at least until next look, probably for the next even 15-20 minutes.
That's going to require like Kaka, Ogre, and SD to all work together.
Yep.
Get that initial jump, let the Dagon pop do its work, let the Veil amplify up as much of the damage as they possibly can, and let Mugi just do his thing until the team fight begins.
They don't have good vision around the map, though. Everyone's scared of dying to the Quap, because if they push out solo, they're mostly all going to die to Puck, maybe not Puck, but with the Spirit Breaker having the Shadow Blade, which I think is a very awesome pickup for them there, he actually can die if he's split pushing. So now they can eliminate anybody who's split pushing with this Shadow Blade pickup.
Here comes Vici once more, looking to push down mid. Puck Illusionary also going to slow down the push, but backdoor regeneration won't kick in thanks to that creep wave coming in range.
There is no way that they can take this fight at the T2. Maybe at the T3, but
yeah, they don't even try.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
Oh, paparazzi. And he's trapped. Yours at the run. One time is normal. Blue Dagger is not, however. Phase shift, wait the timeout, and they bring him down. A huge kill. The Illusions come to the front line to try and stall it out. Now the top lane and the bottom lane is pushing in favor of Newbee. So this is their one advantage at this moment. So all they have to do is keep VG at bay. Push them away, cast a little fire strike. The multi-cast is unbelievable with the paparazzi. Got a lot of mana time charge. Back for the silence. The buyback in from SDCC. They got almost everyone inside the Trinkle. They're gonna get stunned up. Both Lanham as well as Young 11. And then 4 heroes alive for VG on the run. Blink Burrow available for Kaka. Where's the target? It's the dual target. They move forward up to Ori. Ori evaporates in a mana burn storm. Lanham and SDCC can just continue the battle a little bit further to the south. Yep, there we go. Taken care of and further in with the epicenter. Bring him down. Bring him down. It still only counts as 4. Morphling will go down and Newbee. They make a beeline for the mid lane.
What? They killed the Morphling through the Aegis easily at the start of the fight.
It was the instant stun, like there was no reaction when FaZe got that 3-time multicast.
Well, you can just morph.
It's just like boom, boom, boom.
He did the morph until super late. And then he doesn't pop his BKB.
Then the overwhelming ult has like 4 heroes on it.
Yeah. I mean, but he dies though at the very start, which is really sad. They all have to back up after that.
And then he burns the BKB to escape and still dies. Now, Queen of Pain as well as Morphling. They have buybacks available. Fenrir gonna charge himself forward with a Shadow Blade. Morphling does the buyback, so they get him to expend the money. They don't take a tier 3 tower, however.
I actually cannot believe what just happened. They were down a Puck. They had Aegis and BKB on Morphling, and they lost like everything. That is insane.
How do you even escape? Like, it's like the Puck was down, the fight started, and there was no reaction from VG Gaming. It was like Newbee getting caught out by the Winter's Curse in game 2. VG got a 5-man coil. Oh, Puck got a 5-man coil on VG.
Yeah, it was 5-man coil, 5-man overwhelming odds, and then
the 4-man silence.
There might have been Epicenter jumped in there too, which was crazy, but wow. That was almost inconceivable that they could hold it that well. I expect, you know, with Puck buyback, maybe they can get like 1 or 2 kills, but wiping the Morphling and the Queen of Pain, that is just some incredible coordination. And Vici, you know, they, as you mentioned, they made the same mistake that Newbee did last game, which is just clump together as 5 or 8 weak spells.
Yeah. Not a good thing, especially when SCT's been on such fire this entire tournament.
The thing is, I can't really blame them, though. I can't really blame Newbee for that last game, too, because they were so far ahead. They were like 15, 20,000 ahead with Aegis and Cheese. They felt so confident being able to do that. And similarly with Vici, the Puck is down, and you have the Aegis, and you have BKB. So are you really worried about losing that fight?
Smoke gang, KP! Bye! Get out of here! Get out of here! You're gone! Get wrecked!
that hesitation though from Vici. They saw him and then they're like, who goes first? Who goes first? How did he know to do that? Did he see a vision? He just finished the camp, I think.
That was it. It was literally unintentional awesomeness.
Sometimes it just happens like that. I also think that Vici hesitated. Like if you see him, you're not exactly sure who's behind him. Like you're I don't know. There's that moment of hesitation. I mean, who's actually going to jump? They don't have like a blink stunner like the Sand King.
Oh, look at that disc. I love the fact that, okay, we're going to watch it again. Yeah. So KP,
he finishes
one more creep to kill, and it's
out.
like, bye, I'm gone. Oh.
They don't have a good initiator though. That's actually like, do you want to blink vacuum one hero? Probably not. As 11, so that makes their initiation a blink scream because it is instant cast, which is honestly just sounds awful as an initiation, but I guess it's it definitely is the right play there.
Dire's bottom
I'm just loving the fact that like, this is before we saw that replay again.
Dire's
so the level 20 talent for Puck plus 40% illusionary orb distance as well as speed. Actually able to get this as opposed to like, well, what I want, 420.
Okay.
Like that was the trade-off before. Now it's so much better for these high maneuverable players to just get pickups lined up. Snapping, instantly silent. I don't know if you really want to complete that TP paparazzi. The tombstone is down for the moment. Fenrir charges through, but shifts in the knife. They don't want to pass each other. Young 11 cannot move in closer. Fate is keeping control from the back lines and more supports coming in. The dream call is on paparazzi, but the BKB will save him, and the E-Blade pop will allow him to get a revenge kill into Fate, but the BKB is wearing off pretty soon. Barrett going forward. Taka controls him. The ball is up. The Mana actually backs them up onto the high ground. At least it's time to turn around with the Sonic Wave, but no! Two gone. KP will pop the Sonic Wave. Illusionary Orb thinking about going back in, but paparazzi all he wanted to do was live. And VG, the rest of the team was able to allow that to happen. Saving grace of Young 11.
Nice try on Morphling. They did pop his Lincoln, I believe, with what, the Yules from the Sand King?
You've got like you've got enough Yules to do it, sure.
But they don't have the damage because he has a ton of agility and a ton of armor, 41 armor, and maybe with a Puck Dagon they could, but there's also the pipe that you have to worry about. So he's surprisingly tanky. I think they thought that it was a good idea because his BKB was down, but it's still right outside their T3. Great vacuum coming out.
A lot of VG arriving, and then this time is his turn to get caught napping. Revenge is best served. Well, if he can actually serve it, Kaka bar right down. Mirroring is losing mana. The multicast does work big there, but lands it forward, and SDCC rifting and Dagoning almost at exactly the same time gives such a huge amount of pop damage as a level 4 Dagon with that rift. And the death of SP is making Newbee think they can go into Roshan. Paparazzi does not have buyback. He spent all of his money on the Skadi. Rightly so when his buyback is still on cooldown for another 3 minutes. The Newbee are inside the pit. This time there's only 2. Well, technically there's a lot of Mugi, but there's only 2 in the pit. So I feel happy with this. Lana, caught with the Dream Pod. Tombstone's down as quickly as he possibly can before he runs out of mana. Ori looking for his target, back into a two-man wall. Caught out the SK as well as the for a punch illusion. But with the overwhelming odds, Lana continuously stunned up to run forward with this undying ultimate up. Now SDC will finally put him down. As that burst damage, but it's trade-off after trade-off around the pit. Playing from both sides. The Tombstone will drop to the PL Illusions. And the fight is still on. Watch that Puck, watch the birdie. Illusionary Orb up a little bit further. And we're going in for Roshan. Buyback from the Ogre to try and secure this. He'll give the bump bumps required. And VG Gaming.
There's no BKBs on the side, and they set the epicenter up on the side of
That's where they linked his paparazzi. They're going to send him in. They're going to try and E-Blade pop somebody down. Fate's going to be the easiest target, but yo, you can't decide. He couldn't see Fate, he lost the catch of it. And Mugi was the best, but the door is up. The back won't get interrupted, but there's more Mugi's arriving with Sonic Wave damage from Ori. It's high, it's good, but they haven't got to get the kill over on KP. Wave out, the start of SDCC. He'll face shifts up, the blink dagger. It's going to be a pull out when he arrives, and he can't get out. Fenrir, the damage was there. The SB will find it, and VG Gaming, they want Roshan. Mugi, he's chasing the back line, looking for Ori. He'll BKB up, still the rest of VG trying to complete up Roshan. They want this kill, Ori. They're going to find it, SP will fall, and Ori walks away. Gonna recreate this space for the blink. And you can see Model in the meantime was also snatched out by KP. KP. So Dire side, they get the kill on Roshan, but KP has the Aegis, the Immortal, and the cheese. He took the whole kit and caboodle for that buyback.
Wow. I think Morphling actually had the gem. Maybe I don't know what happened there inside the pit. I was watching the north side of the fight, but maybe some gem shenanigans over there. It's like, oh man, I don't really want to drop this. I
I'm
can't
fairly
swap
certain we'll have a high-speed replay in just a second, but woo!
Sometimes that happens when you have the gem. You try and put it in your backpack because you want to make room for the Aegis, and you're like, oh wait, I can't put that in my backpack. That might have happened to him this fight. Still, SEC dies. Very difficult to phase shift out of the Ion Shell. I think that's what's happened to him maybe 2 or 3 times in these past fights. I think that, as well as maybe a Spear Breaker charge that's like passing through him as soon as the phase shift ends. Stop him from doing that, but he has not had that get a real free phase shift lane combo that we've seen so many times from Pug.
Yeah. Fenrir really has been on the money so hard. Yeah. She also flagged the fact that Cheese, as I think we just did with the Observer, has been given over to the PL. So Moogie's going to have that extra life as he has enough money for his full Butterfly too. Now try and get a fight here, VG Gaming, with a 5-man smoke invasion to the Radiant jungle. But the rest of Newbee, they're headed north.
I think he just screwed dueling Morphling. Like, it's lost in 2 fights in a row.
It's like they're trying to control him so they can burn the mana, that's it. Like, if you can just hold him and burn him.
That's not worth it. Just
what's the better target? You got to go on the Lincoln's Queen of Pain.
I mean, he has a lot of his armor, so he'd actually be a kill target.
Either that or you just take the Undying.
Yeah, you can just take a quick, easy kill on Undying. It's probably worse. Dark's here is going to be pretty tough. The thing about it is they have Crimson Guard and Pipe. So as soon as someone gets duel, you just pop both of them, and they might not even die, no matter, even if it's the weakest person on your team.
That's what happened to the Morphling when they fought him on the tier 3 tower, but Crimson Guard and Pipe were triggered, and then space created by back wall.
Yep. It's a problem. Morphling cannot be contained. I mean, maybe you could get a Scepter or something and then like just duel them and take out the fight. Maybe you could do that.
Oh, let's have a look at this moment again. So this is a little battle on the northern side. But Ori just gets the blink away. We saw him Life of Ladder, the sacrificial man who dies. And KP snatch.
Well played, well played, well played, well played.
Yeah. KP recent tournaments. He's stolen so many Aegises in recent tournaments. Ever since TI, he's just been watching that.
Okay, so now his lines is getting pretty big. He has those 2 key items that you mentioned before.
Charge. It's coming in an interesting angle. Obviously, you don't trigger off the Shadow Blade to get a lot closer. SECC, really good counter push when you've got that range on the Illusionary Orb. Makes it difficult for VG Gaming to get close to that. He doesn't want to go in that deep. He's caught the wrong side. Brings they bail him up. Does as well. You see him. Barra from Kaka is going to miss. Monkas as well. There's a long to give Fenrir more life. Kaka hiding in the sand. On the tombstone won't help. But he jumps back in to give him that pump damage. But Ori, BKB from Paparazzi and Ori. The exit there on the SK. SB's charging back in the fight. Switches the target from the dead SK to the KP. Into Commander, but the fight continues forward. More and more Boogie, and more Boogie, and more Boogie when Young Electric will take a couple into the front. They're trying to get through the tombstone. Able to do it inside the wall. Fenrir, never casting in the face, pushing him back. So much hits. Boogie is still so huge, and so is SECC in the back of the fight. He picks up Fenrir. Another one forming on KP. Wants to continue this fight, but so does VG. They'll bring him down. 92 seconds on the sideline. That's a buyback out from too many heroes who are ending up falling. Keep the fight going, however. There is still more Boogie where he came from. Back through the wall of Young 11. He wants to jump out of this one. Hasn't used the surge yet. He also has to drop towards the air. He just has enough mana to do it. But Boogie keeps the Phantom Rush going. It comes back off cooldown. He'll have the movement speed. No, he actually put the Phantom Rush to start with. Now the land is forward. All forward. SECC, just such high maneuverability on these players. Now bring down 4 of VG. They repel them for the moment. The buyback cost was actually from the Spirit Breaker. None of it came out from Newbee. It was just a long death timer on the Legion Commander because she did a long time before.
Yeah, that's some incredible damage coming up on the cores. It's very rare to see a puck do that much in a team fight. Just Dagon after Dagon after Dagon. So it
Like,
took
how's
them,
he have the mana for all of this?
they didn't fall into the trap of committing all in for Fenrir, though. It could have been really bad if they got backing up into the high ground where the tombstone is, and none of them actually fall into that trap. So props to Newbee for that, and then Paparazzi goes in deep. This Hex, he tries to press attack it off, but, you know, can't beat the spell anymore. And
then the BKBs wear off. They're all stuck in the Dream Coil.
they actually focused KP early on, though. Maybe they kind of, you know, slipped their mind that he still had the Aegis, but they go pretty hard on him at this point in time. And he is the squishiest target of the 3 cores. And Fate just kind of dies in a mass amounts of AoE, but then you have these 2 very, very large cores doing tons of damage. And not that great of damage on to deal with this PL, and he gets mana burn so quickly. I can't actually believe that Quap dies because he runs out of mana and he loses the gem.
Well, that's going to continue.
That crit talent is so good. 30% crit. That's a talent. And crit does transfer to his illusions.
The 2 times attack and more left on attack comes out. That's a big kill. SCCC put down by a quick gank from VG Gaming underneath their own observer and sentry.
Yep, I mean, it's just something as simple as this Shadow Blade and the Spear Breaker. You cannot dodge that at all if you don't have detection. And he doesn't have a Linken's either, so...
Not yet, but he's got 420 kicking in, so Octarine, he has the money for it.
Yeah, he thinks he needs to do more damage, which Octarine will give him a much larger mana pool, as well as... he doesn't really need the spell lifesteal so much. I think it's more for the cooldown reduction and the mana pool so that he can just keep dumping spell after spell after spell.
You imagine if he could actually pump off more spells in that last fight. Oh, the jump in! The tool is there! And this time they go on the target we were talking about. Pick off the Undying, and then Mugi moves forward. Fenrir! Woohoo! That's a lot of damage onto him. Young 11's trying to help him out. Both Pipe and Crimson Guard being popped. Fenrir is dying to Mugi. It's taking a little bit too long, however. And this allows Paparazzi to get into the backlines going on target, but there's just so much. Mugi, the gems are on the deck. They're looking to pick it back up again. Mugi, he's still got this cheese available, so he wants to fight, and KP's got duel in 21 seconds. That's an interesting smoke from VG. Up on the hill, waiting for someone to run in, or they're looking to run out. Their tier 3 towers taking damage to the bottom. They burn fortification for this, because that's a decent lineup. Double catapult, some good range creeps. The tier 3 towers out of 400, 300, 200, 141. And catapult switch targets, 89. It's on.
This Queen of Pain Fear on the screen is actually going to be a problem for those illusions. At least he has the Phantom Rush talent, the level 20 talent from the Phantom Lancer.
So he can get it back in quickly.
Yep. That's pretty important for him. I mean, the Scream is such a low cooldown. And they have the Mjolnir, they're going for the Shivas next, just to deal with all these illusions. We saw how quickly it almost killed the Spear Breaker before that Crimson Guard came out.
Too early for Roshan. Gonna wait 25 more seconds and he'll be back into the world of living. But don't worry, Puck is like about a quarter of the way of the map away from Roshan, still able to scout with that illusionary orb without risking himself, and PL illusions. And orb again, killing off the Morphling illusion.
Can you hover over Puck's Q spell and tell me what it says?
Over.
Illusionary.
Illusory.
Yes. It is not illusion.
Alright, his orb.
His orb.
His orb, alright?
I got triggered after
That's like it's like his ABBA. It's ABBA and orb. ABBA and orb.
There you go.
Here they come. There goes your orb in towards the pit. They are the Dream Coil! Catching 3. Instant Crimson Guards are up. They start spamming out the illusions to get rid of that mana on the backlines, but no! Fenrir! The trouble is out with the epi stands up! Lacker it all on base! Yes, dodges already doppelganger dodges the Sonic Wave! Trouble of GG land! 3 heroes down! All they got in return was the SK! Huge plays right now from Newbee. They're after Young 11 and they got him! But maybe get more! Paparazzi, he's on the run with the waveform. 4 heroes down from VG.
That is...
Newbee can go Roshan and just capitalize on the moment.
That has to be one of the most unluckiest Roche badges I have ever seen. Ever. Oh my goodness. Fenrir was about to go in and just get bashed. All 10 heroes are just staring at the stunned Spear Breaker and then the fight just erupts. Oh my goodness. It was also so far out of the pit. It was like almost, it was like around the room area. That's how far Roshan was.
You know, we need to give a tribute to the unsung heroes of this grand final. It is the neutrals. It's first the Centaur and it's second Roshan.
That was unbelievable. What? All the time. If it were in the pit, you know, that's something else. But out that far outside the pit.
Time to get tilted. Tier 3 towers, Newbee. They bring down the mid, they can rotate top already with the jump in from SEC, bring him across down a little bit further. They trick the Lincoln Spear on him, and these landers, they're in the back line. They're creating so many injuries, we can't even move forward. They're backing the vertical. They're gonna kill him off. The Dolan is up to the play now as well. TL is in the mid, they're gonna bring down the ball back. Darcia, everything is escalating quickly. He's trying to do what he can. KP wants to control him at SEC. He'll rejoin the fight. He's picking off the heroes all on the side. There goes the support. 3 heroes from VG down. Ori wants to do more. Paparazzi, the man who's meant to be unkillable, is locked in with a dream hole. Amara strikes forward. Queen has table fall. And with the host of VG Gaming. 4 heroes down for so long. This has to be a good game. Newbee are pushing the tier 4 towers. They know this is so firmly in the bag. The Newbee, they have to be winning it now. There's the GG call out. Newbee has done it. A clean sweep. 3-0 in the grand final against VG Gaming.
If there was any question whether or not this series should just outlaw down, how he brought them back to the trenches with that mid fight, and you know, basic one of the best lessons that you should take away from the series: don't clump up when pushing the T3. We have seen so many teams